You know, we are all about getting that bag and making that money, and here to make sure that it's protected for many years to come is our friend Pat for Financial Friday with Concierge Capital. Now, we are talking retirement today, and I'm excited because we're going everywhere from 20s to 60s because it's never too early and it's never too late. Welcome, Pat.
Welcome. Thank you, Jana, for having me. Let me just say, we all just got through tax season, right? So we might have a refund waiting for us. So what are we going to do with that refund?
We are going to invest it wisely.
And save it.
Yes.
Saving it is the #1 goal right now. You're getting some free money that you didn't know you were expecting. If you have extras, let's talk about saving. And based on how old you are, determines how much you should be saving at this point. So let's jump right into it.
Let's jump. Okay, so we're starting with 20s. Now, this might sound really young, but it's not when it comes to really building finances that are going to last you a lifetime.
Correct. We call it adulting. That's the kind of popular term we hear where you start waking up before the crack of dawn, actually showing up 9 to 5. So that's our 20-year-olds. And the main thing we want to talk about for the 20-year-olds is this. You're just getting started. Try and make baby steps in the right direction. So the #1 thing you can do is really try to save at least 15% of your take-home pay in some form of investment or savings account. So the easiest way to do that right now is to start with your company's 401k plan, 403b plan, whatever their retirement plan they offer you is, would be a great way to get started.
And it's great too because I think when those draft out automatically, they don't quite hurt as bad.
Absolutely. Automated savings is the #1 secret to putting money away.
See, we're already learning right here. All right, so we're going to go into your 30s because selfishly, I need to hear this.
Yes, so 30s I would call new families. These are the people who've probably recently gotten married, they have 2 incomes, and now they're really starting to come together financially speaking. So from a savings perspective, you really want to aim to have 1 to 2 times of your annual salary in savings at this point. So that means still putting away 15, maybe even 20% of your paycheck. But really, what you need to think about as you enter your 30s is this. If you are on the short end of the savings, you need to meet with a professional for a spending plan solution. So what that really means is the only way you get rich is if you get good at savings. And if you can't do a good job saving in your 30s, now is the time to right the ship and try and set up that spending plan with a professional.
And it's so important because a lot of times when we're looking at our financial situation, we're so close to it. You really need somebody who can look at that whole picture with you and tell you what's the best route.
And not only that, but whatever the husband's preconceived notions were about here's how you spend money might be completely different than what the wife's preconceived notions are. So that's why it's important everybody get together, get lined up, and plan for the future.
Harmony in the household is always key for everybody.
Amen.
All right, so our fabulous 40s, what are we looking at here?
So these are more of our mature families that have probably been in their career now for 10, 20 years. So their savings goal should be 3 to 4 times what their annual salary is at that point. Additionally, this is the time when you want to try and make catch-up contributions. And catch-up, I mean, the Labor Bureau statistics say the biggest earning years are 45 to 54. So if you actually come across more money than you need, now's the time you can throw extra chunks away at your retirement.
Awesome. So you hear that? If my boss is tuned in, I need to go ahead and start making more money so I don't have to play the catch up, right?
You're not 45 yet, right?
Far from it. Christina takes care of that. Right. All right. So how about our 50s?
All right. Our 50s are on the off-ramp to retirement. They're not there yet, but they're getting close. So they should have 5 to 6% of their annual savings built up from their paycheck. So what we're really going to focus on in our 50s is 2 things. #1, maximize every dollar you can put in your retirement plan at this point because it's tax deferred. And #2, start planning for retirement and paying off high interest rate or long-term debt so that your expenses are lower as you get to retirement.
Exactly. Now, my next one, I'm going to be talking about, I call this, we need to save for Margaritaville money, because when I'm in my 60s, that's where I want to be vibing.
Jenna, you got it so right. Not only is it margarita time, it's real retirement time. And whether we like it or not, we are staying alive longer and longer and longer. So beyond just having 8 to 10 times your annual pay up in savings as you enter retirement, you really need to transition to longevity planning for the next 30 or 40 years so you never have to go back to work. If we can do that in our 60s, there's no doubt you'll have a great retirement and be happy and drinking margaritas along the way.
And I love to hear it. So to make sure that your Margaritaville retirement plan is in place, where can we stay connected with you and make sure that we get an appointment to look at this no matter what age we are?
So I love questions. By the way, the easiest way to get a hold of me is to go to my website, conciergecap.com, where you can fill out appointment or telephone requests. Other than that, you can find me on all the normal social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're out there.
Awesome. Well, make sure you tune in for the next Financial Friday with Patrick Hart of Concierge Capital.